Okay, great.
Everyone approve the recording?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is meeting number 3, Aventura Sagrada. Sagrada Pelada. And Fidel will not be here today. I'm here with Svetlana and Esteban. We'll start with a quick round of check-ins, and then Esteban will take us through what he's prepared. So what's up? This is Daniel checking in. And yeah, I'm feeling a little anxious and yeah, working through some things in my personal life, and it feels nice to be here and take a time out from that and get to talk about work and talk about what we've been working on. So thanks for showing up, and that's it, complete.
I'll go next. I'll be short. I'm a little low on energy today, so I'm excited to hear what Esteban has to share. Complete.
Okay, great. Hi, Lana and Daniel. How are you? Okay, great. Yeah, I have been working this week in the little draft chart for the develop we can do in the land. So we can start with that, whatever you want.
Awesome. Yeah, take us through. We'd love to see what you have.
Okay, great. I make a chart according with we talked last week with Fidel, because okay, to start with the final master plan, yeah, we need to have is the best for all of us to get the land use paper, because okay, now as Fidel says in the audio he sent by WhatsApp, this is not official information, right? So to save our time, your time, guys, and my time, and to start to develop a final and really master plan, always is the best way to develop that is with a paper of the land use in hand, because it's the only way that we all have to stay sure that, for example, this percentage of the land use we can develop is correct. Because what happens if we start to develop all the master plan with this 25 that we don't have the paper in hand, and we present all the information for the permit, and municipalidad says no, you cannot develop 25%. You can develop only 10. It's gonna be too much time wasted for all of us. So I think the first the immediate step we need to have it's the land use.
All right, I just contacted the agent, the real estate agent. I'm just going to ask them. So keep going.
Okay, maybe the owner of the land has that information. I don't know if you asked before about that, but maybe okay, maybe the owner has the land use, or because I think that there is today the most important information that we need going to chase to get the land use, because as I said before, what happens if we start to making plans and not build plans and 3D and rendering and design for 25%, and municipalidad says no, you can only develop the 10%. So to I same way, there was no problem for me. I start to study this land and making numbers about the size of the spaces for the 700% that we can develop in this moment. For example, we can have these are the units, the measures of the every item, with the total of the square meters and the coverage percentage in the land that we are going to have. So we can start with that, because this chart is going to make the line of work to start to develop the master plan, right? For example, I make a list with basic stuff that I think we are going to have in the Sagrada Pelada, but we have to review that, because you guys can tell me, okay, no, we need this, we need this, we need that, we don't need this, we don't need that. So we can review this quickly, and I am gonna pass this chart in the web in the chat, in the WhatsApp chat, to for all of us. And in these days, we can study and we can rest, we can add spaces to make a final chart, and wait for the land use, the official paper of the land use, to start with the real master plan. This is my opinion, to play I don't know how to say it. Play safe. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So we need to stop. We're going to stop until we have the actual land use information. There's no reason to go forward until we have the exact information.
Exactly. It's because I know, you know, could in Costa Rica could happen many things.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the paper, paper is the only way to work in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Because it's too difficult. Yeah. So if you tomorrow, if you go to municipalidad and you ask, and municipalidad could tell you, okay, see, yeah, 25, no problem. But if you don't have the paper in Costa Rica, the word is no value, nothing, only the paper. So I recommend to get this land use as soon as possible, to continue with the real final master plan. I can, for example, meanwhile, we can define the design of the bungalows. There is no problem. We can design, okay, the size for the bungalows, the size for the local stores, if we are going to have someone. We can define the yoga deck. We can define the size of the pool. And after that, we can start to putting this together and making the summatory to get the final coverage percentage. We can continue working. There is no problem. But only want to say that the land use paper is too important for us.
Perfect.
So there is a homework for all of us. Change the land use, please.
So do you know what the process is to get the land use document?
Yeah, we can ask for the land use. There is no problem with that. I don't know if Fidel could do it. If not, I can help you with that. I can help you with that. I can ask in the municipalidad Monday to see what papers we need to ask for the land use of the 7 lots. And there is a municipalidad takes about 2 weeks to give us the land use. But meanwhile, we can start with the bungalows and define areas. For example, if you want for example, okay, for the bungalow, we only want for the bungalow, no, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and a little tech space. For the bungalow 2, we want a kitchenette. I don't know.
No, we don't know. We don't know without the land use. We shouldn't do any design until we have the land use. Right?
No, but okay. Maybe you don't got me. Okay. Meanwhile, we got the land use, right?
We don't have it yet.
No, I don't know. I know. But meanwhile, we permit the land use. In this time, we can start to define the distribution of the bungalows, for example.
But if we don't know how much land we can develop on, how are we going to know what we want the bungalows to look like?
But it's okay. Doesn't matter because the bungalow is not gonna be I don't know 100%, 100 meters. It's gonna be maybe I don't know 25 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters. So at the final, the land use it's gonna say to us, okay, with this model we can build I don't know 5, 3, 8 units.
What if the land use says we can only build on 10%?
Sorry.
What if the land use document says we can only build on 10%?
We are gonna start to read, for example, if you look this chart, for example, I don't know, stores, I put 5, for example, let's make the exercise.
Well, I think then we'd have to decide if we're going to do it or not.
Sorry.
If we're not allowed to develop enough percentage, maybe this is not the right lot.
Exactly. We need to have check first.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We need to.
I mean, we'd love to design one of the bungalows. That sounds great. And I know Svetlana has a vision for what she wants one of them to look like. And yeah, I would love for her to be able to work on that with you and for us to be able to work on that together. I also don't want you to do too much work that we can't use. I don't want you to waste your time.
How long does it usually take to get the letter, Esteban, if you would request it then?
Maybe about 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
Yeah. But, like I said, for me, it's the most important paper that we are going to have, that we are need to have. Yeah.
And usually the norm is about 25%, right? It's not like...
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
It's because I think we can start with that, but if we want to stay sure about the land and that we are going to be able to develop that, the land use is going to say that.
Okay.
So we don't,
So,
why don't we have it yet?
sorry?
Why don't we have the land use document right now?
Because I don't know if Fidel could send the information to ask for the land use. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe we can ask Fidel
Okay.
if they can send the papers to ask for the land use. If
All right.
not, I can help with that. And Monday I can start with that to ask for that information. Yeah?
Okay, I just asked Fidel when will we have the document, and I asked the real estate agent if he has the document, if he can send it. So
Exactly.
let's see what happens by Monday. If Fidel and the agent don't get back to me, if that's something you can help us with on Monday or next week, that'd be great.
Sure. There is no problem for me to help with that land use. But as I said before, and maybe many times the owner has that papers because they know that there is important paper.
Right.
So many times the owner of the land always have the land use because they know that for a safe sale, they need that paper. Everybody needs that paper. So maybe they have that. It's only to ask for the real estate agent or for the owner. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens in the next few days, and then I'll let you know on Monday what if I hear from them.
Exactly. I think it's the best
Perfect.
for all.
All right. So should we pause? Should we pause until we figure out the land use, or how would you like to move forward, Esteban?
Okay. I made the chart, for example, in which with my design of bungalows, for example, we can have 10 parking lots, 5 little stores about 5 by 6 meters in the front of the lot, like I drew the last week. So we are gonna need a bathroom area for the stores, a little area for the stores. Maybe we can put 6 and 6 bungalows, 6 bungalows of 1 story, 6 bungalows of 2 stories. We can have okay, we need a pool, so we can put a pool, maybe 8 meters by 4 meters. It's a size to start. We can change that. There is no problem. A yoga deck. We can put a yoga deck in the Sagrada Pelada. Maybe a rancho or a communal space to get in and talk and everything. I don't know. 3 little communal spaces to enjoy with the people who come in the Sagrada Pelada. 3 spots of that. And this is about the track we're gonna have in the whole Sagrada Pelada. About 20, maybe can be 20, 22, 25 meters, square meters of concrete sidewalks or something like that. I don't know. But to start, okay, we can start with the numbers and we can change. For example, if you tell me, no, we need at least, I don't know, 20 bungalows. If you, for example, if you think that we need more bungalows, okay, we can start to change these numbers to play with the final number. This is the final number we're going to keep always, the 700. So, do you think that these items are correct to have in Sagrada Pelada, or you think that we need to have another spaces? What do you think?
I like what I see, and I'll just share the things that are important to me is that there's space for people to do things by themselves. There's space for people to do things with other people. There's space for people to create things with their hands, work on something. That might be on a computer. It might be arts and crafts. Yeah, create things. So I think that those three things can happen in the spaces that you've outlined. People can do things alone, they can sleep, they can walk around, they can meditate, they can read a book, they can write, they can be alone. They can do things together. They can meditate together. They can go on a walk together. They can do yoga together. They can go to the pool together. They can barbecue together. And then for the creative part, I think, I don't know what that's going to look like, but yeah, something where people can, maybe there's desks or tables. So as long as that can happen in one of these places, I think that that's good.
Okay, great.
What do you think, Sveta?
Yeah, I think it's a good start. I mean, we're too early in the process, but we can always adjust it. And I like the Excel spreadsheet that has all the formulas, so we can play with it later.
Okay, and what do you what do you think about the stores? Because I put 5 stores, but I don't know if it's too many stores in front of the Sagrada Pelada, to local stores.
Yeah, I think 2 or 4, but 2 on each side or 1 on each side. I think 4 would be nice.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think same. Okay. Okay, for example, if we do 4, maybe we can put another bungalow. We can have 7 bungalows type 1, 6 bungalows type 2. We can put more bungalows in the lot.
Daniel, you want to share the idea that maybe would have like classes or even a school?
Oh, yeah. So
Potentially.
we see the idea of, when we create these sacred Sagrada places in Nasara, in Pelada, in San Juanillo, Tamarindo, Uvita, we want there to be similar in each place. And one of the things that we'd like to see in these villages that we're creating, these villages within villages, jungle within jungle, is a place for learning, school. And we have our own curriculum that we've used in different places before, and we want to bring that curriculum to Costa Rica. So that might mean reducing the amount of bungalows, or maybe the school's on the ground floor and then there's living space upstairs, but we want there to be a place for learning. And
Okay.
maybe that's like, I don't know, between 10 and 20 learners, 10 to 20 students at once that can come
Okay.
together, sit in a circle. And again, there might be like tables set up where groups of students can sit together. Everything happens together. Everyone learns together. The real estate agent's calling me, so you guys talk. I'm going to put you on mute.
Okay. Hi, Esteban.
Hi. Okay. I think that several of the spaces we have, we can use for many. We can have many uses in that space. For example, the yoga deck. Yoga deck is, could be used to,
A school in the morning and
yeah,
then like a yoga space at night. Yeah.
exactly. We can take a schedule for the yoga deck, for the classes, for the classroom, etc. For example, the communal spaces, we have three, about 16 square meters. But if we add that three spaces, we are going to have about 48 meters. So make it, maybe don't have three little spaces, communal spaces, and make a little big communal space. Could be another option. Yeah.
Yeah. Something to play with. Again,
Exactly.
I like Excel spreadsheets, so looking at it makes me, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. About the bungalows, I was making a little study here because, for example, I have many types of bungalows. For example, this is a 35 meters bungalow, and you have 2 bedrooms and a little kitchenette with a little living room and a bathroom. It could be a interesting model to develop in Sagrada Pelada, because in this unit you can have 4 people.
4 people, yeah, like if it's a couple.
Yeah, it could be 2 couples or
Or a
4
family
friends.
of 4, yeah.
I don't know exactly. It could be easily a double bed. Um, and this
Yeah.
could be another type of bungalow for one couple, maybe. We can, if you want, we can don't put the kitchenette, but we can do a little more, a little bit smaller bungalows with only I don't know, the bedroom, the little deck to stay there, and the bathroom. And we can do, this could be another model to bungalow in the Sagrada Pelada for a couple, I don't know.
Yeah, because some of the places have a kitchen, but it's so tiny that you don't even, they just have an electric stove, a sink, and that's it.
Exactly. Many times you don't use the kitchenette because you prefer to, I don't know, go out and
yeah.
exactly, and eat something.
And in that space, it's perfect because of all the restaurants around.
Exactly. Many of the times people come around and eat something outside.
Yeah.
So we could do something like that, and we, for example, with these models, we can do more units, because we also need to think about the money that it's gonna be in the play, yeah. So there is a important item too. So if we can build more bungalows, it's gonna be more people and more money.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more interesting also for the people who is gonna put money in the project, I think.
Yeah. But we also have to keep a balance of not like putting too many. Yeah.
Exactly. We need to put the balance, and we also, I think we are going to project about, for example, if we have, I don't know, the 15 bungalows, or I don't know, 10 bungalows. For example, with the prices in the market for per night for 2 people, make a projection for example, for a year with the occupation. I don't know if I am telling, I don't know, something incorrect, but it could be a good exercise to see also how many units we are going to need in the space, right? Because, for example, if you said, okay, for the project, we need to have I don't know, any money. So that money, it's gonna be I don't know, we are going to need, I don't know, 10, 12 bungalows to get that money per year.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be also a good exercise to start to do, I think.
Going backwards from the number that we want to reach and work backwards.
Exact-
Got it. That's a good
exactly.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It is I think could be a good idea to also start to see how many units we can need in the place. Hi, Daniel.
Hey, so, he said that the standard in Nicoya is 70%. And after permitting and everything, we'll probably, those lots would be down to about 50%. And he's not,
60?
he doesn't understand why we said 25%. He doesn't know where that number came from.
Okay. Would be 60?
It starts at 70 and then, yeah, with after permitting and everything, it might be reduced to 60 or 50.
Okay, that's great.
And there's also like, he also is gonna have an update with the lots and like, so I think we're gonna need to, we should pause on like, I don't know where you guys are right now, but there might be a change in the lots and like what's available and how much is available. So, yeah, we need to take that into consideration.
Okay. Yeah, because now we don't know if any of the lots are still available, right?
Yeah, he said that, someone from Canada just made an offer on the back lots. And he didn't accept the offer. And right now the owner is in a process of like reconsidering what he's doing with the lots.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is a good lesson right now that we're learning, and it's all on video. And yeah, so what did I miss in what you guys just did? Where are you guys in the meeting?
Oh no, we're talking about that. Okay, we can start also making a projection. For example, if we are gonna need this money per year, maybe we are going we need to start a little projection with about the bungalows. Okay, that bungalow is gonna give us any money per year, and I don't know, per year we are going to need any money. So we are going to need no, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 bungalows. We are we maybe can start to make that projection too.
So, what I think is important for us is that we put together the process, we put together the brand, we put together what we're doing, this concept. And it doesn't really matter what land we're gonna put it on. It's gonna go into a piece of land. So if it's this lot or if it's a lot next to it, that we have to figure that part out. So before we go too detailed into the dimensions and the sizes, I feel good about how far we've gotten in terms of like putting the concept together. So I think like now that we've put the concept together and we know that like, okay, there's communal spaces and tracks and bungalows, school, learning. You have the chart so that we can change the meters based on what the size of the lot is. So, and like, now that we've just learned that, because we didn't buy the lot yet, that we don't have a strong foundation to stand on, we have to kind of like, let's pause the concept. Let's figure out what's happening with the lot. And then we need to also like readjust the way that we move forward from here, because we can't let this happen again. So this is like a lesson that we're learning. And the next time that we're going to go any deeper into this process, we need to have some type of contract in place with the owner. Or we've already purchased the land. That's what I'm learning. How does that feel?
Sorry, sorry, I was mute. Yeah, I think the same. I think the same. We can continue with the with develop of the ideas we have until now. And I'm agree with all you said.
Svetlana.
We also including cost of the land into what the investors are looking at, right? It's hard to package the whole, like the price of the land is included in the total investment. Right, we can't do one without the other, unless we find investment for the lot first. But how do we do it without the complete master plan?
Are you saying, like, what are you agreeing with what we're saying?
I'm
That we have
saying
to
you need,
stop going into the details until we have situated the land?
meaning contract, yes, but purchasing it, you need funds for that. And price of the land is included in our, prototype and master plan, and we packaging up for investors. So what do we have for investors for the lot? How are we raising funds just for the lot?
For what lot?
For the land to be ours first before we start working on it.
All right, so you're getting into like, okay, what is this process going to look like starting now? Right? Well, I think we need to know if we're going to be able to buy this land or not. And it sounds like because we didn't put a contract in place with the owner, that and we started the creative process, so we have our concept, we know what we want to create, but we don't know if it can go in those 7 lots or not. I mean, my first thought is to just take the 2,000 square meters that we have in San Juanillo and put it there, because we already own the land, and have San Juanillo be the first place. And avoid this. We actually wouldn't lose anything. We are at a place where it's the same amount of square meters. I think it's a little more actually in San Juanillo. And everything we've done so far, we can use for that. We changed Sagrada Pelada to Sagrada San Juanillo, and everything that Esteban has done, it fits inside the 2,700 square meters of San Juanillo. We own the land. We completely fast forward from this whole not owning the land concept, and we can have our proof of concept put together with a piece of land we already own. And it might even be a better idea to be doing it on the piece of land that we already own, because we know that we can do it. We can finish it. We don't have any risk around not getting to own the land. So while we get this project funded, then when we go to the next piece of land that we don't own, we're like, look what we just did in San Juanillo. We want to bring this to this next community. So we might have, it might have been wise for us to have done that to begin with, but we kind of just skipped over it because Pelada was next to the beach and it was more exciting. And it might have been a leadership mistake on my part to not have focused on the land that we already own. What do you think?
Yes, logistically, but it's also location. That spot is more, there's more traffic, there are more people. San Juanillo is a little bit different vibe and different demand.
I don't,
Different people.
it's yeah, the people that are there don't matter to me. And of course, it's more exciting to have $1 million project and it's by the beach and that feels exciting. And I still feel like that's something I want to do. But if I look at what we have and what we know and what's rock solid under our feet, what's a strong foundation, it's the land that we already own. And now that we've taken this beautiful concept that we've formulated as a team around this community village space, I mean, that's something that already happens in San Juanillo. People come from all around the world to go to Pachamama. They come from all around the world to go to Hacienda del Sol. You know, so it's like a behavior that people are already familiar with, and it's a town that people are familiar with going to these healing spaces for. So I think maybe we can think about it, but I'd like to propose that as an idea of taking the concept and just putting it there. What do you think, Esteban?
Okay, I think it could be a really, really good idea because there is the land you already have. Yeah, it's your land. You there is no risk about if anyone if we are going to start working in a lot we are gonna that we don't have. Tomorrow maybe the owner can sell the land and we have nothing. You're right. Yeah. And about the structure, you can change the structure because it's your land. There is no problem with that. You can modify all the structure about I don't know the percentage and everything. There is no problem for me or for Fidel or. But thinking in the risk, I think that this could be a really, really good idea to start with the land you have because we can play safe in that space and you can start to sell the to look for the money for develop the project with the land that you already have. I am start to making a design with the real land that we have. Nobody is gonna change that. Nobody is gonna say, okay, no, that is my land. I don't know, because you are the owners, and we maybe could be a really, really good way to start. Maybe okay, if you find the money to develop this project, it could be I don't know, a trampoline to jump to a bigger project in Pelada with another lot, or maybe next year, or I don't know, that lot, the same lots are available, and maybe with the contact you have with the investors you have, we can move and develop other projects in Pelada or Nosara or I don't know. But I think you can really, really think about it. Start with the land you have because I think that it's gonna be the best way to develop a real project to show to people who is gonna put money in that. Because if you show some product to something to someone to ask money, but if you don't have the land, people could say, wait a minute, I need to stay sure that we are going to put the money in a real place. Everybody is gonna ask for the warrant and guarantee that they are putting money in the real project. And with the land you have, as owners, you can give that to people. That guarantee that you have a real project. And I can start to design in a real space, in your space, and it could be a real master plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want and can consider that, I think it's the less risky option to start with our develop of the project. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have to change the concept because our concept is more for Pelada space. San Juanito is a little bit different. Like we're not gonna have 4 stores in there. It's just gonna be different, yeah.
Exactly. For example, in San Juanillo, stores could be not a good point. Yeah, maybe more bungalows or something like that with a yoga deck, with a pool, like a more quiet place to stay there and connect with nature, connect with the jungle, connect with the beach. I don't know.
Can you walk from the beach to the beach from there, Daniel?
People do. I
No.
wouldn't.
Oh,
I
I thought
wouldn't.
your mama. Yeah.
What distance you have to the beach from the?
I don't know. I don't know. A few kilometers, I would say.
Okay. But I don't know. There is no problem. To that place, everything goes in car. So
Yeah, there would need to be, I mean, you don't need to, but some type of way, a shuttle or something that would go there. And I think that if there's no stores, I would focus more on the creative spaces, the learning spaces, and going there. And like when you go there, you stay there, and the things that you need are there. There could be room for food, greenhouse, nursery, more of like the agriculture and the food. And like what I'm learning from this also is the next piece, if there is a piece of land that we want to do this concept on, like we do want like this Pelada lot, the next time we're going to go into this is that we focus on the land acquisition first. Like we focus on buying the land first. All of our concepts, all of the idea, we keep private to the team. We don't share it with the real estate agent. We don't put it out into the world to show people what they could do on the land. We just say, hey guys, I think we want to buy those lots, right? The first thing that we should do next time is say, okay, the 7 lots are going to cost 500,000. We need to buy the land right now because we're going to do this. And then once we have acquired the land, then we start to talk about doing the development of the concept on the land. And right now we tried to do it all at the same time. Like, okay, we're going to get all the land, then we're going to do all the development, and this is how much the whole project is going to cost. And it seems that, you know, if we're learning as we go and there are no mistakes, there's just lessons that we're learning. It's that, no, we shouldn't package the whole thing all at once. We should find the piece of land. If we don't own it, find the land, buy the land. Once we have the land, we know the concept we want to do. So I think I had a feeling like that this was happening quickly and like we could lose, like we might not be someone else might buy the land. I had a feeling that like that risk was there and I was wondering what would happen. And it's funny, he called me as we were on the phone together. So yeah, these things happen. And I know it's frustrating and you can feel let down and like, like I wanted it this way and like, you know, be really upset about it. And yeah, feel that. And like, that's a part of the process. And I'm glad that we learned this lesson today and this early so that we can correct the way that we move forward and the way that we go about doing this next.
Exactly. I think the same. I think that you guys, if you consider that, you are making a right choice. Yeah.
And I just got another message from the guy. So I told the agent that I want to have a sit down with the owner, and I want to talk to him about what's going on. So he got back to me and he said, yeah, he is open still, and so, but we don't have anything concrete with this guy. So like I think it's really important that if we're gonna do this in Pelada, the first thing is to talk to the owner and find out if what's for sale and buy the land. That's the first thing. And then like, so that's like one thing, and then make a decision on whether or not we put something together for the lot that we own in San Juanillo. So I think we need to take some time and take a couple days to like think about it.
Exactly.
And yeah, it feels good to know that like we have the concept, and now we're gonna look for some homes to put the concept. We have a home for a version of it, and we can make it look a little different in San Juanillo, based on like the community there, and based on the land and based on the environment. Just like we said we would be doing, we'd be putting this in these different communities. So let's
But
go ahead.
sorry, but it's all ideas could fix in any place. So don't feel sad about it because we are working a great idea, and that concept could fix in San Juanillo, could fix in Pelada. Maybe we need to change something, right? But we can develop any option. There is no problem for us, I think. The concept is gonna fix in any land.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
How
can
do you
change
feel?
some things, but the most of the things is gonna work fine in any land.
How do you feel, Svetlana?
I feel like switching to what fits San Juanillo vibe, and like it's completely different, but it doesn't mean that it's worse.
I think each community will have a different vibe.
Yeah.
And
It's
that,
just
like,
San Juanillo is more spacious, and it's like more I don't know how to explain it. Pelada is very like everything is next to each other and on top of each other. So I'm confused on how to keep, not confused, but just trying to think how we can have many bungalows there, but not too many where it's like feels like Pelada and San Juanillo. I don't want that.
yeah, what's important to me is that there's places for people to be alone, places for people to be together, and places for people to create things. And those areas that can be in Pelada, San Juanillo, Nasara, you know, so like I want people to have that emotional experience of, okay, I feel good by myself here, I feel safe, I can sleep here, I can meditate, I can do yoga, I can learn. I can also be with other people, I can be in community, I can do things with other people. And I can create things here, I can do work. So I think that those are the themes that I'd like to see, regardless of the community or the neighborhood that it's in. And it's up to us, like we are gifted and we are a talented group of people. We get to use our imagination to see like, okay, what is it going to look like in San Juanillo? What's it going to feel like? So why don't we take the weekend to think about this? And as owners of the San Juanillo lot, you know, we can take some time, process this potential change. I'm gonna get a little more information from the real estate agent from Pelada. And then yeah, let's check in on Monday and make some decisions on how we're gonna move forward from here.
Great. That's great for me. If you need any information, I can help you with that. No problem. Yeah. Consider two options. All the risks that you have in one or two or three. and we can talk Monday. Yeah.
All right. How does that feel, Svetlana?
Feels good.
All right. So let's get off. Let's say goodbye for now. And let's take the time to process the change and see what we come up with. And we'll talk again. We'll check in the chat on Monday.
Okay, great.
All right.
Do
Have a
it.
good weekend, Esteban. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Ciao.